Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Our starting pitcher in this one, Seth Hargrove. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
With Merrifield up to the plate. And a 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Ludwig has this one sized up. He's there. He's got it. One down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
And now 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
And now the count is even. And that's down and away. Carlos Delgado waiting for a turn at the plate. The wind to kick the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three and two. Payoff pitch. High fly ball, shallow right field. Ludwig moving under it. Puts the squeeze on it, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Busch Stadium. And today's starter, Roy Halladay.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out in the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Bottom of the first. Now up for St. Louis, Ozzie Smith. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Here's a Cardinals lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Into center and a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
One gone, runner at first. And up next for St. Louis, Mark McGwire. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Batting fourth, the center fielder,
Stan Musial next up for the Cardinals. Next pitch misses. And that's ball 3. Brock stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a ball popped up. And they get Musial for the out. And that is that. It's on to inning number 2 in St. Louis. No score. Second inning set to go. Leading off, Carlos Delgado.
Number 25, Carlos Delgado.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
And now it's 1-2. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So up next for Toronto, Sean Green. One down, base is empty. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Next offering is in the dirt. The pitch. And that one clips the corner.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Stops it on a slide. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at the ballpark, bottom half of inning number 2. And here's the catcher, Joe Torre. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Here's Nolan Arenado. He's on the verge of a milestone. His next home run will be the 300th of his career.
And in the back of his mind, he's got to be thinking about home run number 300. He's sitting on 299 right now.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a pitch.
2-2 to count.
James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. Runner at first with no outs here. Righty to the plate. Lifted in the air, right center field. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
The right fielder, Ryan Ludwick.
Ryan Ludwick next up for the Cardinals. Pitch misses inside, and the count is 3-1. Torre leads off first with one away. The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And the righty deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Ground ball left side, and foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Ninth pitch of the at bat due next. And he walked him.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the wall. Very gritty.
Here's Nolan Gorman. In the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
So first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Seth Hargrove. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And there's a ball. Next pitch is outside. Ozzie Smith to bat next. The 3-1. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And now the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. 0 for 1 so far. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. The 1-1. Here comes a pitch. Gets under it and pops it up. Merrifield brings it in for the 3rd out. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Joe Carter.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one misses. 2-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2. Top of the 3rd, no score. Next pitch misses inside. And now 3-2.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Here comes a 3-2. Good job to fight that one off. On the ground to 3rd. In plenty of time to 1st. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting up. The pitcher, Roy Halladay.
And now the pitcher, Roy Halladay. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
To 3rd. Arenado to 1st in time. That's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Still no score. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the left fielder, Lou Brock. The wind of the pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. Mark McGwire next up for the Cardinals. He's 0 for 1. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Here's a 1-1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Here's a 1-2. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Two on the way. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Brock on at first. Nobody. Next offering way off the plate.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Kicks and deals. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he deals. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swung on, belted. Way back there. That one is gone. His first homer of the year, and the Cardinals have the lead now. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Stan Musial now at the plate. He popped out his first time. Falling behind 2-1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The wind and the pitch. And that one is inside.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Three and two now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
You get a walk, and
now
you get a walk.
Catcher.
Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Joe Torre will hit next, and he's already singled in this game. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces.
This looks like extra bases. Musial round second on his way to third. The relay throw. He beats it safe. It's 3-0.
Everything came together for him. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Flied out his first time. Got him looking for the K. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
The batter, the right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Ryan Ludwig. He reached out a walk his first time. And a 1-2 to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now that second baseman, nowhere.
So 2 down now, and here is Nolan Gorman. Flied out to center in his first at bat.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
1-1 now. Drilled in the air, right field, way back there, and that is out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 5-zip.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And here is Seth Hargrove. That one off the mark. 2 balls and a strike. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball there. And here it comes. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
Clearly, he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
It's in and out of his glove. But in time, nice job to stay with it to end the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. And the lead is now 5-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. Start of the fourth. Stepping in, Whit Merrifield.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
Ball to strike. That one drifts inside.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Paul Molitor next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1. Just off the inside edge. Hargrove checks on first. Kiermaier back in. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Kiermaier, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it. The
pitch. And now it's filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Sean Green up next. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Blue Jays still looking for their first hit in this one. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Next offering is down low. Bo Bichette on deck for the Blue Jays. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Blue Jays leave a pair. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Bottom of the 4th, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Ozzie Smith. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The left fielder, number 20.
Man at first. Now it's going to be Lou Brock. There goes Ozzie. Cut on and miss. And it's safe. It's a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man at second. Got him swinging. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Roy Halladay will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with after this break. Trevor Richards taking over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's some real power at the plate. Mark McGwire. He's already homered here in this one. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And a pitch. Can't connect on the curveball. Struck him out.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
Stan Musial getting ready to hit. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
They just keep handing out gifts, bro. Were we supposed to bring something?
See, I think just our presence is the present. So 2 on with 2 away. Next to hit, Joe Torre. First and second, 2 down.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. So the Cards strand a couple as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And welcome back. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Bo Bichette.
This kid is so special.
He's a shortstop by trade and big-time power.
Seems like from day one, his strike zone and plate discipline looked like he'd been in the league for 6 years already.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball popped up. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. And a pitch. Bichette started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Nope, he held back. And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So digging in, Joe Carter went down on strikes his first time through. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1. The Jays hitless so far in the game. That one's in there, and the count is even, 2-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
The next pitch misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There's a strike.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Jays nothing. Back here in St. Louis, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Nolan Arenado. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Eric Swanson getting ready to go. The 2-1. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. And that's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now up for St. Louis, Ryan Ludwig. The 3-1. Line drive, caught.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Man at first, And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. He's already homered in this game. Arenado leads off first with one away. And that one hammered. That's back. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
The automatic double took that decision out of the hands of the third base coach, didn't it? I mean, was he planning to send him home? We don't know, maybe, but now he's preparing for a whole different situation with a pair of runners in scoring position.
So one out with two aboard. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Seth Hargrove. 2 on, 1 out. Fouls one off. 2-2. Second and third here. One away. Righty delivers. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Got it by him for the K. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Ozzie Smith next up for the Cardinals.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
Next pitch is outside. Second and third, 2 down. Late with the swing there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Number 27, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And the right-hander deals.
Nope, outside.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
In the air, left side. Brock in pursuit. Nice grab on the run. And there are 2 down.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the center fielder, Kevin.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Kiermaier now. Two down, nobody on. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Jays nothing. Pitching change here, Eric Swanson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now it's going to be Lou Brock. 1 for 2. The 1-1.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
At the belt and fires. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Two. Just missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Left-hand hitter waits. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Next pitch is inside, and that's ball 2. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Adam Simber getting loose out there. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, out towards left center. Kiermaier trying to get there. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ball to strike. The pitch. That one missed. The 2-1 is high. Joe Torre waits on deck. And a 3-1 on the way. And a foul ball. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So 2 down, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Joe Torre. 2 outs. Swings and misses, and the count is 1-2. In the air, right field. Makes the grab on the run. And that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Jays nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Down the third baseman, Paul Molitor. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Next pitch just misses. The count now 2-2. Popped up first base side. McGuire makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Okay, Singy, I think we can say it's been a successful major league debut for him on the mound. He's giving this organization and its fans some reasons to be excited about what he can do at this level.
I think so too, Boog. It's always such a good feeling to see someone attack a new challenge and do well at it, and that's what we're witnessing today. It's a brand new environment, and he's finding a way to succeed. He'll be humbled sooner or later, so that's going to come. But I really like what I've seen from him in this one. I think he belongs here.
That misses the zone. They're now 3-1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And he blows that one by him at 100. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. This one high in the air to left center. Rock in pursuit. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 away. Two outs, base is empty. Sean Green next up for the Blue Jays. Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th. 2-1 now.
You know, he's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, he hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
To the right side. Gorman throws on to first. That's out number 3. 7 no-hit innings in the books. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Jays nothing. New pitcher now for the Jays, Adam Cimber.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Number 90, Adam Cimber.
Nolan Arenado digs in now. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Next pitch misses, and it's 2-2. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Ryan Ludwig next up for the Cardinals. Cimber is ready. Bounced up the middle. Can't glove it cleanly.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. Left-hand batter waits. Check swing, but he went too far. 1-2. Now this is in the air down the line. Carter should have it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the pitcher, Seth Hargrove.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Seth Hargrove. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. The 1-1. And a base hit right there. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So that's hit number 1 of his major league career. Not sure how many more of those he'll get, but it's still cool for him for sure.
Yeah, pitcher or not, that first career hit is one of the most special you'll ever get. Every person that's played this game at one point swung the bat. I think he'll have the ball front and center on his trophy case for a long time.
Ozzie Smith next up for the Cardinals. And 1-2. 2 on, 2 outs. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. So the Cards strand a couple, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ready to begin the 8th. Bo Bichette up to the dish. And this lineup is still hitless as we begin the 8th. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Now the left fielder, Joe Carter, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
This is where the no-hit bid really starts feeling real, but still a long ways to go.
The Blue Jays yet to pick up a hit here. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one a little bit high. 2-2. And downstairs. In the air, right side of the infield. Hauls it in for the out.
Man, he's getting really close to this thing right now. Only 4 outs left, but it's going to be tough to get.
Now the catcher up to hit, Alejandro Kirk. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. The wide to kick the pitch. And a count 1-2.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. 8 down, 1 to go. Still a 0 in the hits column. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Jays nothing. A discussion happening at home plate now, and I think they're making a double switch. Tim Mesa on the pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup with the double switch here. Danny Jansen, he'll move into the 9th spot in the lineup.
Now pitching and batting 9. Number 9.
Now up for St. Louis, Lou Brock. 1 for 3. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. 2-1 now. And the slider catches the zone. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And now the lefty.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Kicks and fires. Gets a piece and stays alive. Three-two. Stays alive. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. The pitch. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. The pitch. And now 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. On to the ninth we go, and a no-hitter on the line when we get back. We go to the ninth. Danny Jansen to hit here. Everyone's attention on the no-hit bid now. 3 tough outs to get. And another ball.
You can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now. You've got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Next offering is outside. And the righty deals. That one at triple digits.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Kevin Kiermaier next up for the Blue Jays. And the no-hit bid comes down to this. One more out to get. Defense has been a huge factor today, but a chance for the no-no right here.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands, and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Fights it off, you'll see another. Here's a line drive, and that's going to end the no-hitter. It's a base hit.
Man, this is heartbreaking, Boo. To be just heartbreaking. 1 out from a no-no, and he gives up that first hit. Gosh, I'm sure he's just going to be thinking about that last pitch for a long time. So close to making some history.
Here's Oliver Marmol towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. Seth Hargrove won't go any further. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Genesis Cabrera.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So up next, Paul Molitor. Kicks and deals. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just one strike away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Inside, just missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And he deals. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby saying so long.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Blue Jays, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.